Alright. So, first film of February 2024 was Burp Pepsi versus Coke in the Ice Cold War. This is a really interesting documentary. Rest in peace, John Pilger. He recently passed away, guys. Great documentarian, great reporter, great journalist. And he died recently. I can't believe I've never heard of this guy, right? And it's so crazy how, like, presidents are slaves to corporations, because in one scene, Pepsi had a dedicated plane to fly President to be Nixon around the world to hawk Pepsi products. And that's fascism, man. The corporations and government are one here in the U.S. It's been like that for hundreds of years. I'll just say hundreds just because ever since its inception, it's always favored the rich over the poor, man. So I watched this at Right Brain TV. They're a streaming site, guys. They're really making a name for themselves. They have like a John Pilger's entire collection there, so go to rightbrainstudios.tv to watch that one. So I'm a big Michael Mann fan. I love Michael Mann, the director. I rewatched The Insider. It had been about 5 years or so, and it holds up, man. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Damn near perfection, guys. Al Pacino, Russell Crowe, Christopher Plummer, who's playing 60 Minutes Mike Wallace. He has a couple great scenes. Diane Venora, she was also in Heat, Al Pacino's wife. She plays Russell Crowe's wife in this one. Philip Baker Hall, man, I love him because he's in Paul Thomas Anderson movies. Great actor there. And Bruce McGill, dude, great character actor. He's in here for like a couple of scenes, but he has like one of the biggest ones, guys. He rips into one of the Big Tobacco's lawyers. He's so good. But incredible cinematography, guys. This is by Dante Spinati on the camera again. Aquaman has used him before. But you know, it's all about the a whistleblower getting a story out there. So you gotta like a guy sticking it to the man. I like those kind of movies. So, and just I don't want to ruin too much of the movie, but in one scene I caught this little detail. Wygan pours himself some whiskey. It's daylight, like it's kind of early in the day, and he's in the living room by the bar, and he tells the kids it's a little too early for cartoons, ain't it? And then he pours himself some whiskey. He kind of takes a moment. Crowe does his face. Russell Crowe does his face, man. It's good acting. And he kind of knows it's like, maybe it's too early to drink myself. So kind of throws that in there. And Al Pacino, man, he's got moments. You know Al, dude. The movie ends like so good, man. The soundtrack really pops. It's a good needle drop. And just one other thing I want to mention is the computer screens, man, when they get hacked in film, that's really scary to me when computer screens get hacked and like a disturbing message goes across. And one happens in this movie. But man, The Insider, great investigative journalism drama. 5 out of 5. So Tomb Raider, guys, I kind of liked this movie when I first watched it when it first came out, but I don't know, dude. I was sick and tired of my girlfriend and I were just ripping into her because, you know, she's so sad and like she's not a total badass like she's supposed to be. Like at least in the Angelina Jolie movies, she's kicking ass. There's action right off the bat. But you know, Walton Goggins, he's a good dude. Dominic West, if you guys have watched The Wire, he's McNulty. He plays the father. And Daniel Wu's cool. He's got a couple good action moments. He's like the sidekick. I don't know, man. She's just, I don't know, kind of wimpy. And it just didn't hold up. But Alicia Vikander is fine. She's really in shape in this film. Beach of the War Gods. This is a Hong Kong film, guys. Jimmy Wang Yu. This guy's got a huge ego on and off the screen, so I've been told. And he stars and directs this one. I think I've seen a couple of his films just acting. And he does a good job directing here because there's one scene that they fight, and it's an incredibly long, and there's like 100 people on screen each doing choreography at the same time. It was really, really impressive. But I gave this one 4 stars out of 5. I think you could watch this available on Amazon. from 1973. Um, it also had some good blood squibs, some good blood usage there, because it kind of surprised me when they do. Recommend, guys. It's all about Hong Kong cinema. Those are the vibes here. All right. Another movie I watched. Another John Pilger movie. Do you remember Vietnam? 1978. If you need a reminder that the US are the bad guys, watch this. This is available at Right Brain Studios TV. They have this entire filmography, guys. This is from 1978. So yeah, dude, it's just what we did to Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, Agent Orange, defoliating forests, just dumping poison upon poison upon all the people, just because they didn't want to get carved up by the empire. They didn't want corporations to move in, and that's what the United States and the West does, man. So definitely recommend that one. 4 stars out of 5. Lisa Frankenstein. This is a 2024 film. White people are freaks having sex with monsters, like Paul Mooney used to say. This is directed by Zelda Williams, guys. Robin Williams' daughter. So Catherine Newton, Cole Sprouse, Liza Soberano. Not bad. They're the 3 leads. They're not bad. Carla Gugino, she plays a shitty mom. But she's not very funny. Dude, this movie all depends if the humor lands for you. And for me, it did not. But I can see why people like it. I had to give it 2 out of 5 because I just wasn't laughing, dude. It was not funny to me. But I can see how, like, this can be a classic, like, years down the road. Because, like, if you like Edward Scissorhands, 80s, 90s horror comedy, teen comedy like that, maybe check Lisa Frankenstein out. But it just wasn't for me, guys. A little charming, but it just wasn't for me. Alright, so I was itching for some Tomb Raider, right? Because I bought the remasters this year. The remasters were coming out in February. And had to watch this one. I watched this in the fucking theaters, guys. I was so excited. I'm all about that first trilogy, OG, so. Angelina Jolie, perfect casting. Ian Glenn's a good villain. Daniel Craig, baby Daniel Craig. Dude, this was 2001. Can't believe that. Did you know John Voight is really Angelina Jolie's father in real life? I didn't know that. But he plays Lord Richard Croft, the father of Angelina. And I think one scene that's really funny to me is she has to solve this puzzle, right, in the tomb. She mounts this huge log, which has like a pointy end. She's like rocking it forward. She gets it closer and closer, and then she penetrates this thing, and it gushes out water. I find that so hilarious to me. Good. I don't know who thought of that, but maybe it was for the males or something. I don't know. The movie starts off right with action, guys. She's dual wielding like she does in the video games. She's a total badass in this. That's why I like it. And if you listen closely, like the grunts she does in the movie are the same ones she does in the game. Damn near close to me. I don't know about her accent, but it wasn't distracting, you know. So there was a good side boob shot. It was a pretty masterful one. She got out of the shower. Alright, so the sequel to this one. This is directed by Jan de Bont, dude. He was a cinematographer on Die Hard. And I think he directed Twister. He directed Speed. So this man knows how to shoot a movie. Jared Butler replaces Daniel Craig as the sidekick. He has a hilarious scene, guys. My girlfriend and I were cracking up because it came out of left field. They're just walking, Jolie and Butler, and it's real quiet. They're walking, and Butler's like, "Don't be looking at my arse." And I swear it was improvised. So, Ciarán Hinds, he plays the villain this time. He's alright. Til Schweiger. And Simon Yam, huge Hong Kong star. Always good to see him in a Hollywood movie. And Digimon Hanso, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but his His screen presence is always good, dude. I love him. So, yeah, dude, it's kind of more of the previous film. I think it looks slightly better. And the previous film looked kind of trashy. And so the very first Tomb Raider game in '96, the camera pans outside Croft Manor. It goes through the gate. It zooms in right through the front door. And they do the same thing in this one. So that was a really nice touch. I really liked it. This movie is stupid. Hey, Omega. Laura punches a freaking shark and she rides one in this. That happens in the beginning, but it's a video game movie, so yeah. Yeah, so there's a signature Jan de Bont lens flare 2/3 of the way in the film. Jan de Bont loves lens flares. So yeah, man. I liked it. Another 3 stars out of 5. Yeah, this is the sequel, Omega. I had fun, so whatever. Alright, next film I watched in February 2024 was my 3rd John Pilger movie of the month. Another film I watched at rightbrainstudios.tv. They have his entire filmography, I've said that before. This was about Nicaragua, a nation's right to survive. And so the US has invaded Nicaragua like 12 times, guys. They installed a dictator for like 40 years, the Somoza regime. Because Nicaragua is one of the few Latin American countries that are fighting imperialism. They don't want to be carved up. And they want the resources, the land for themselves. But yeah, dude. The US and the West have put troops all on the borders, man. El Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala. They funded, they traded guns, drugs with the Contras. They funded the Contras to get them out of there. But yeah, this movie from 1983 documentary talks about that. Highly recommend, guys. Next film I watched, Blue Sunshine. This is an interesting sci-fi thriller. And it's like these people like took acid at some point, but then years later there's something that triggers them into acting really crazy and believing in things. So the lead actor is kind of like overacting a little too much. Like he's always panicky and freaking out, but he's on the case. He's trying to figure out, you know, what's this politician doing? What are my old friends who took it doing? And kind of like yeah, it's like a thriller. So pretty trippy. This is from 1977, directed by Jeff Lieberman. I recommend this one. So definitely a couple scares in that one. The aggression scale. So think Rambo, but with a kid. The kid's like a mute, but he has like serious aggression problems. Like he's been held out of school because if he gets triggered, he's beating the kid up. But dang, it's like Rambo, Home Alone, guys. The plot and characters are kind of whatever. The villains are really goofy and kind of stereotypical. Wasn't too impressed, but it's all about the kid fighting back, y'all. So I was pretty. I had fun with this one. It's just the plot's kind of stupid, or the dialogue, the script, and yeah, the aggression scale. Who doesn't like a R-rated Home Alone? You know what I mean? I recommend it. The Colony, 2.5 stars out of 5. This is a sci-fi drama. Let me hit my e-cig pen. I'm trying to quit this thing. It's got Bill Paxton, Lawrence Fishburne, Kevin Zegers is the lead guy. He looks familiar, but I don't really know what he's done. But post-apocalyptic guys, people trying to live in a harsh, cold winter. It's like 24/7 cold. It had so much going for it, and I kind of enjoyed it, but there's so many plot holes, guys. So many plot holes, so I can't give it a full recommendation. I can only give it 2.5 stars. 3 stars means I recommend it, but you guys might like it. Yeah, just they take advantage of the viewer a little too much, so American Ninja. This is my first watch. 3 stars out of 5. This is like the quintessential so bad it's good B action movie, guys. And Michael Dudikoff is the American Ninja. Steve James, man, he's really funny. I like his deliveries in this. He's a great sidekick. But yeah, dude, there's all kinds of it's decent martial arts. So bad it's good dialogue, all right action, and I love when a vehicle explodes for no reason. That happens in this movie. Yeah, dude, this is a cult classic. 3 stars out of 5. Creepazoids. I really hated this movie so much. It's so boring. They show the creature like 1 or 2 times, and it looks decent. But dude, it's so boring. 1 star out of 5. Piece of shit. I am not going to talk about that anymore. This director stinks. American Street Fighter. I am a huge fan of Gary Daniels, this gentleman right here. He's a kick-ass. I think he's from the UK. Kick-ass UK martial artist, guys. He played Kenshiro in the live-action Fist of the North Star. But it's so-so. 2 out of 5 stars. I think there's a good amount of action, but it's just not the best quality. And because everybody that Gary Daniels fights sucks at martial arts. Like, you can tell Gary Daniels is a pro, dude. He is lightning fast. He's so fluid, but everybody he fights stinks, dude. They are like moving like molasses out there. So I say watch it if you're a Gary Daniels fan like I am. You gotta do like his filmography. And yeah, there's also a shower sex screen, so yeah. Code 46. This is another snooze fest. It's very early 2000s. Michael Winterbottom directed this, so it's kind of like, if you like Gattaca, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and Minority Report, maybe you might like this. But I just really didn't understand the themes, and like, what are you going for, And it takes place in the future, and it's kind of cool, I guess, to see how they're living, and just like how people live in their apartments and the checkpoints they have to go through and their jobs and stuff, but wasn't a fan. Final film of February 2024, guys. Barrio Brawler. This is like lower than a B movie, and I thought it was going to be total shit, dude, but I was really impressed, man. The MMA fights in this are really legit. Like, it's filmed well. It's bruising, it's punishing. You can really feel the fights, man, if they feel real. So the plot, the acting, everything else kind of stinks, but you know what they were going for in this movie, man. Just the MMA fights is what you were watching this for. So this is kind of a hidden gem, guys. I was really impressed by this, and the movie ends good, and they kind of bring guns into the mix at the end too. So watch it for the martial arts, okay? Bam. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 films. There you go, guys. Bam.